we are inside now, the CL215. And what I explained before, there was 2 tanks. These are the tanks here. They look fairly small. There's a lot of room in here. But when you think of how much weight goes in these tanks, it explains why the plane has to be so big, right? So these are 2 600-gallon tanks. They go right to the hull of the aircraft. So they go right to the very bottom where the doors are. That's why they look so short here, because they actually go into the floor 5-6 feet, right? Once these tanks are full, if they do fill up right to the top, they can vent out. So these are big vents. They just go to the outside like you've seen in the video, the picking up. They just vent out the side. Once the tanks are full, the probes are lifted up and the airplane's airborne, comes off the water. It goes to the fire. We do a series of checklists to get ready the aircraft for the drop. And then what they'll do as part of that checklist is we got to put a little foam in here, and all that is, it's like a liquid detergent. If you think of a dishwasher, if you ever dumped a little liquid detergent in a dishwasher, if you ever done that, you have an idea what it looks like. It'll just foam up and it'll fill your whole kitchen, right? Same idea. What they'll do is they'll dump a little detergent into here. We put about 5 gallons, I believe it's close to 5 gallons of foam into these tanks, and it agitates it and gets it all worked up. And when that comes out, now it's a nice big white foam coverage for the fire, and it'll help to smother it. So foam is very effective on the fire. It helps to keep the water together, and it also lays on top of the trees and that. And it'll lay on the ground for a long, long time. And it's a little sloppy. Well, it's quite sloppy for the guys working on the ground, but it's really effective. Works well. They like the use of it. So that's what we do.
We're going out to 471.
All right.
These are our newest additions to the fleet. We've got 4 of them, and we're about the only agency that are running these type of airplanes. Conair has similar ones, but not with the same engines and not with the same navigation equipment. We're very, very happy with them. They've done an excellent job for us, and yeah, they're awesome airplanes. The engines are 10,000 horsepower. They carry 2,100 US gallons. Our speed is roughly 300 knots, and very versatile medium hauler or heavy hauler aircraft. The tank system is what they call a variable flow door, so it leaves a very nice retardant trail depending on the airspeed and the altitude. It's constant throughout the whole drop, and we have quite a range of different drops we can do depending on what the air attack officer wishes us to do depending on the fire. So we'll take you up inside.
All right.
These aircraft have gone through a weight reduction program, and everything's been taken out of them that's possible so that we can haul more retardant. So that's why we use the ladder. After you. These have all been, as you see, completely stripped. The insulation, the seats, the old wiring, everything's been taken out of it and replaced with all new wiring. We've got lightweight flooring, and that's why you see just the aluminum on some sections and the very lightweight flooring on with the no step in the other sections is all weight reduction. So we can haul, as I say, more retardant type thing. This is not a passenger aircraft, but a firefighting aircraft. The pressurization has been removed, and as I say, all the insulation, all the seats. So we'll take you up front. And stuff like this, like they've put in, they've gone so far as just to put in false windows, and that again adds to the weight reduction. A few little pounds here and there. These beams here that you're stepping over, yep, are where the tank below us is attached. They're attached at the 4 points. These are the big beams that are attaching the tank. This box here is our bombing computer, and it's actually a computer that controls the drops that we dial in from up front and that the air attack officer calls for, and it's we can drop from a half gallon to, I think it's 6 gallons per meter or per 100 meters, and depending on, as I say, the air attack officer wants. So it's quite a variable system. This is the cockpit up here. You see again, lightweight doors. The pressurization has been taken out, so for high altitude we all have the oxygen masks for emergencies, and this airplane can fly up to 25,000, so we can do longer strikes or long base changes, and that's why the oxygen is here. Jump seats here so we can take 3 people. Want to have a seat up front?
Sure.
Go for it. There. And we could just go through some of the stuff there, take lots of pictures. The button actually to press to drop the load is that one right there.
Oh.
That's the one there. We have what we call glass cockpits in this airplane. All the new GPSs, approaches, Shelton system, and it's the newer type, bigger type engines. We're the only Conair flies with smaller engines on their airplanes. So
That sounds scary.
we're just throwing on some power here so you can see some stuff go. And to run the starters on both engines. So then we'll start that one, and then as soon as that reaches temperatures, we do an upshift, and then we start this one.
Probably have a logo on the side. I'm not sure who that is.